Sonic the Hedgehog in 3D. ये एक ऐसा फ्रेज है जो कई लोगों के लिए एक प्राइम एग्जांपल है ऑफ हाउ नॉट टू ब्रिंग अ सक्सेसफुल फ्रेंचाइज इनटू थर्ड डायमेंशन. Sonic 06 की रिलीज वाज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट इवेंट्स इन गेमिंग, वेयर पीपल नॉट ओनली विटनेस वन ऑफ द मोस्ट हेटेड वीडियो गेम्स ऑफ ऑल टाइम बट आल्सो द फॉल ऑफ वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट मैस्कॉट्स इन एंटरटेनमेंट मीडिया. आजकल तो हालत ऐसी होगी कि कोई बंदा सोनिक फैन हो या ना हो, उसके दिमाग में एक बात जरूर होगी कि Sonic had a rough transition to 3D and that majority of the 3D Sonic games are bad. After a critical failure of Sonic 06 and Secret Rings, Sega immediately delisted them and started work on a new mainline game called Sonic Unleashed, which was bashed by game critics. And after facing extreme backlash, it was finally time for them to play safe. So, let's hop into the elevator, gather our translator, reach for the star, and take a deep dive into Eggman's amusement park. Sonic Colors की स्टोरी इज फेयरली अ सिंपल वन. डॉक्टर एगमैन ने इंटरस्टेलर अम्यूजमेंट पार्क बिल्ड करा है, प्रॉमिसिंग नो इविल मोटिव बिहाइंड इट. Sonic and Tails इस पार्क को इन्वेस्टिगेट करने जाते हैं एंड इट टर्न्स आउट ही इज कैप्चरिंग दीस एलियन क्रिएचर्स कॉल्ड विस्प्स, जहां पर हर एक स्पीशीज के पास स्पेशल एबिलिटीज हैं एंड ईच ऑफ देम कंटेन्स स्पेशल एनर्जी कॉल्ड हाइपर गोऑन्स, एंड वो इनकी इस एनर्जी को यूज करना चाहता है इन ऑर्डर टू बिल्ड हिज एम्पायर. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे द प्लॉट इज जस्ट Sonic stopping Eggman with absolutely no other rival or third party involved. देखो, when Sonic made jump to 3D, he used to have stories that were much more darker and serious in tone with adventurous flavor added to it. Like Sonic Adventure 1 had total of 6 stories, जिनका basic plot तो same था, but each of them tackled different themes. Like Tails की story, जहाँ पर he realizes कि he could not always depend on Sonic for everything, and that he need to handle situations by himself sometime in future. He goes through character development, जहाँ पर at last वो single-handedly Eggman को defeat करता है, due to which he earns the praises of citizens of Station Square, thereby boosting his morale and confidence. या फिर Evil Otogama जो realize करता है कि उसका creator Doctor Eggman is an evil man and uses innocent birds in order to power his machines, due to which he starts destroying his fellow robots in order to free the bird inside them, till ultimately sacrificing himself in order to free the bird inside him. या फिर Sonic Adventure 2 that allows you to play as both heroes and villains, thereby allowing you to witness the story from perspectives of both the sides. या फिर Sonic Unleashed की traveling around all the 7 continents of the world and putting an end to Dark Gaia's terror वाली feel. Sonic Colors doesn't do any of those things, thereby presenting a story that is much more simple and easy to digest. It could have easily been a breath of fresh air, but the catch is, could have been, because writing of this game is dumpster fire. You see, what previous games before Colors did right is giving each and every character a personality, and Sonic को एक cool and cocky guy की तरह present करा गया था who loves to piss off Eggman, which completely suits someone like him. But Sonic Colors completely kills his character and presents him as a protagonist of only kid-friendly movie, and to add insult to injury, dialogue is also terrible. जिसकी वजह से Sonic comes off as a 9-year-old kid who tries very hard to be cool and edgy, thinking that it would impress his teacher. इस गेम की हर एक लाइन is filled with childish humor to a point कि I nearly had a heart attack because of cringe. Because of all this, अगर गेम खुद को लास्ट में सीरियसली लेने का ट्राई भी करती है, I am sorry, but I can't feel any emotions towards these guys. अब देखो, plot का basic premise wasn't bad. I mean, Eggman building an interstellar amusement park could have been a good setting, but unfortunately, execution wasn't great. And no, writing is also not always bad. Like Eggman की full of sarcasm PA announcement genuinely made me laugh. Take a listen.
We here at Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park consider ourselves the universe's first fully green amusement park. Although the green is from all the nausea and vomiting, but still, green is green. Welcome to the Sweet Mountain. Insulin will be provided at a marginal extra cost. And by marginal, we mean enormous.
And yeah, this pretty much sums up the story. Premise wasn't bad, but not executed properly. लेकिन I play Sonic game mainly for gameplay. What about it? Fuck the story, because Sonic Colors wants to focus on gameplay, and ये चीज गेम स्टार्टिंग से क्लियर कर देती है, where you are directly thrown into stage as soon as you press the start button, without any intro or context whatsoever. And one thing that is clear right from the start is that this game has amazing atmosphere. Each and every environment in this game is very colorful and pleasing to look at, and visuals are also pretty good considering this game was running on a Nintendo Wii, a console which is slightly more powerful than a GameCube and has output of 480p. Heck, I would even say that this is the best looking game for the system. Each and every level of this game has a cheerful tone that will definitely boost your mood. Like Tropical Resort looks like a late night party, Carnival Night like a festival, and Sweet Mountain is a fantasy world made of just sweets and desserts. Another thing that Sonic Colors did right are controls and moveset. Sonic of Sonic Colors has hands down the most organic moveset in any 3D Sonic game with boost gameplay. देखो Sonic Colors के अलावा जितनी भी boost games हैं उनके साथ एक problem है, and that is Sonic's moveset feels so stiff when he's not boosting, to a point where it feels like he's wearing some golden shoes. लेकिन Sonic Colors में this is not an issue, mainly because game का main focus is not boost. देखो बाकी boost games boost को एक major mechanic की तरह use करती थी and उसी के around stages को build करा जाता था. लेकिन Sonic Colors treats it like one of its gimmicks that you need to decide when to use. Even quick step and drift, जो boost games के important mechanics हैं, Sonic Colors doesn't even allow you to use them normally, and you can only use them when game tells you to do so. Instead, game का major focus are the Wisps. हर एक Wisp की अपनी unique abilities है that you need to learn if you want to get better at the game. गेम में कुल मिला के 8 Wisps हैं, namely Yaker, Laser, Drill, Rocket, Hover, Spike, Cube and Frenzy. Yaker सबसे common Wisp है जो तुम्हारा boost gauge fill करती है. Laser, as the name suggests, allows you to travel at laser speed, and तुम इन prisms को and entry points को use कर सकते हो in order to direct its movement. Drill Wisp allows you to drill through ground, water and travel through pipelines which can help you in reaching the collectibles hidden before. Rocket Wisp allows you to launch at rocket speed and reach high altitude areas. Hover Wisp allows you to float in air, and by pressing B button, you can dash through a chain of rings that allows you to get from point A to point B. Spike Wisp attaches you to floor and ceiling, and by holding the B button, you can spin dash that help in increasing your speed. Cube Wisp can break unbreakable containers and turn blue rings into boxes and vice versa. And last but not the least, Frenzy Wisp destroys each and everything in its path, and the more stuff he destroys, the bigger he gets. इसके अलावा Sonic also has a new move to his arsenal called Double Jump. Stomp also makes a return from Sonic Unleashed and can be really useful in increasing accuracy of your jumps. Talking about jumping, you will be doing it a lot. देखो Generations might be a better Sonic game, but Colors is a better platformer. There are many times where you will be doing some precise jumping and tight platforming. Heck, game even has some levels dedicated entirely to it. Although I enjoy it, I can still see why it can be off-putting for some people, since it requires you to slow down. And slow down in a Sonic game, well, it's not always appreciated. I view them as a challenge rather than a pace breaker that you need to be fast enough to complete. And while talking about it, Sonic Colors में challenge को काफी ज़्यादा chop down करा गया है. Dude, I was getting A ranks while playing some of the levels for very first time. लेकिन I said chop down, not forgotten. तुम्हें कई लेवल्स में A रैंक बहुत इजीली मिल सकती है, लेकिन S रैंक is a little bit challenging. S रैंक के लिए you need to be fast, collect some of these optional collectibles called red rings, and master power up of each and every wisp. And Colors के difficulty curve की वजह से, if any one of you wants to get in 3D Sonic, मैं तुम्हें highly recommend करूंगा to start with Colors. And while talking about all the changes that Sonic Colors brings to the table, let's talk about the cuties. देखो Sonic Unleashed में cuties किसी को पसंद नहीं आए थे and they were heavily criticized. Rather than using the cuties, Sonic Colors use करती है एक button mashie trick system. You see, when you make jump through these specific directional pads, you have to perform tricks by mashing the jump button. And while this is not something to be wowed about, announcer की आवाज सुन के मजा आ जाता है. अब ये सब तो ठीक है, लेकिन सोनिक गेम्स आर नोन फॉर देयर रीप्लेबिलिटी। व्हाट अबाउट इट? देखो, सोनिक कलर्स तुम्हें स्टार्टिंग से सारे विस्प प्रोवाइड नहीं कराती। इंस्टेड तुम्हें वो अर्न करने पड़ते हैं बाय प्रोग्रेसिंग थ्रू द गेम। ये गेम चालाकी से लॉक ट्विस्ट की जगह एक होलोग्राम प्रेस कर देती है, गिविंग यू एन इंडिकेशन कि यहाँ पर कुछ ऐसी चीज है जिसे तुम अभी यूज नहीं कर सकते। एंड स्पेसिफिक विस्प को फाइनली अनलॉक करने के बाद जब तुम उस लेवल को दोबारा खेलते हो, यूजिंग दैट विस्प यू कैन फाइंड सम एरियाज दैट वर इनएक्सेसिबल बिफोर, which by the way in return can also help you in getting S rank. सिर्फ इतना ही नहीं, if you are collecting all these red rings, which by the way each and every level has 5 of them, तुम गेम लैंड में लेवल्स को अनलॉक कर सकते हो, which can grant you chaos summons in return, allowing you to finally play all the levels as Super Sonic, who yes is overpowered but not invincible, because you can still die while crushed or falling down the bottomless pits. Plus he consumes ring energy and तुम्हें rings भी collect करनी पड़ेंगी if you want to continue playing as him. And while talking about his abilities, he has infinite boost and cannot use wisps. And also level design plays a good role in encouraging replayability. Sonic Colors के some level are pretty linear, whereas others are pretty open, filled with multiple pathways. Heck, some stages even reminded me of classic games का level design. But यार ये सब अपनी जगह है. What about content? Talking about it, Sonic Colors has total of 6 levels, each with 6 acts along with a boss act, thereby offering you a total of 42 main stages. अगर तुम टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी जो फाइनल लेवल है उसे इंक्लूड नहीं कर रहे हो. But even after adding all of it, Sonic Colors is a short 5 to 6 hours experience. Of course, if you are not a completionist. लेकिन I enjoyed it, but out of all of it, the best part of the game was result screen. इस गेम की रिजल्ट स्क्रीन में you can literally mess with result and rank and get lives and rings as a reward. But beware, it has timer, so you have to do it before it goes out. Now enough of positives. थोड़ी सी बुराई भी बची है, and that are bosses. Other than the final boss, many bosses of the game repeat themselves. है कई bosses के बीच में तो छोटा सा डिफरेंस बताना भी मुश्किल हो जाता है. And 6-act structure, although not to a greater extent, but can still feel a little bit tiring and repetitive. लेकिन overall gameplay is pretty good. And whether you are a Sonic fan or not, Sonic Colors is a good option for you if you are looking for a game that is just chill and fun to play. Sonic Colors का sound design is pretty amazing. Each and every track in this game captures the theme and aesthetic of the level. And Reach for the Stars is definitely one of my favorite Sonic themes. Although there was just one track that I found to be pretty cringy and cheesy, and that was ending theme of the game, Sing With Your Heart. Yet it was still not enough for me to distract from rest of the experience. That was just awesome. At the end of the day, Sonic Colors is an amazing game. It's far from my favorite Sonic game, and in my opinion, far from best the series has to offer. But still, it's a pretty solid entry in the franchise that both newcomers and Sonic fans can enjoy equally. मैं कह रहा हूँ जब तक Sonic Colors Ultimate के बग वगैरह फिक्स हो रहे हैं, तुम इस गेम को एमुलेटर के थ्रू खेल लो. And with all that in mind, I give this game a rating of an 8 out of 10, completely worth playing.
You horrid little hedgehog!